Is it okay if I'm to say I'm catching feelings?
Always trying to see through your flaws, 'cause I know that you got so much more to give. You made a real mess, but I miss you though, 'cause I can go to sleep when I'm alone again. Say you wanna fix our problems. How long should I be waiting? Feels like I've had too much of drama, but I'm not ready to give in. I don't wanna see us going on and off again. Baby, all I really want is only on from now. Every time I see a glimpse of your good side, I start wondering how I could make it last a little longer. Say you wanna fix our problems. How long should I be waiting? Feels like I've had too much of drama, but I'm not ready to give in. See us going on and off again. Baby, all I really want is I'll be your anything if you be the one to take me home. 'Cause right now everything makes me wanna leave this place and roam. Make me feel alive. Take my hand around, let me be the one. Let's just take the dive. Nights only begun, don't you think we're done? 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 Knew that it was true from the Don't you think we're done? Don't you think we're done? Don't you think we're done? Make me feel alive. Take my hand and run, let me be the one. Let's just take the dive. Night's only begun. Don't you think we're done?
I don't wanna say anything, 'cause if I do, I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can we find a single reason not to say goodbye? Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. Oh, would that make you run and hide? Don't know what to do anymore. I'm out of options, nothing's working. I'm out of service. Come help me now, I'm fucking nervous. I'm trying but can't scratch the surface. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can we find a single reason not to say goodbye? Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide?
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. this. No, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess they'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty.
turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Whoa, everything I touch turn cold. Need no introduction cause they know Brit and Mo, I hit the lotto, my motto. Roll up gelato and throttle a couple models staccato who fucking brought up the bottles. I'm gone ham, this ain't even luck, all planned. Y'all know who the fucks I am. Burning bucks, smoke bands. Always been the MO since the start of this. And now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis. Hey, we gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
Never an average night, 2-4 hours up in the day, I gotta make it right. 18 of those, I'm in the cave, I gotta make some light, make it hype, even if we break a night. And even if things go left, we gotta make them right. Chillin' with mine, we triple up, they on a double up, triple dub. Came from the basement, we only going up, they loving us. Up in the booth, I'm getting dizzy, but they the cup is up. Toast to my people that's on the come up, and you live with us. Ain't all about the trigger bus. Looking at my watch, and spirit bomb, both hands is going up. You going coast to coast with us. See the flows is flowing, overflowing, yeah, the cup it runneth over, tidal wave up in the ocean.
We gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
'Cause I'm selfish, get jealous. I feel a little helpless. My whole world has shifted again. You made a promise, I kept it. Now I'm second guessing. My whole world has shifted again. Now I drive back to an empty home, and it's setting in. Now that your things are gone, what have I done? Was everything worth this? I guess I deserve this. Why do I run whenever I'm hurting? I guess I'm still learning how to love. What have I seeing shadows where I go. I'm still searching for the right road, and I try, but it's useless every time. Stuck in my head though, and I know that I'll be here till I let go. And I try, but it's useless every time. Now I drive back to an empty home, and it's setting in. Now that your things are gone, what have I done? Was everything worth this? I guess I deserve this. Why do I run whenever I'm hurting? I guess I'm still learning how to love. So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay, won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. Coming for the throne. Coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. Storm's coming, so you better start running. Though you can't control, feel it in our bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. Coming for the throne. Coming for the throne. I used to sleep with open eyes. I used to brave just to keep us alive. Now all I can see is we're drifting apart. I can't believe how it all turned out. Bring me the light, bring me the light, bring me the light. Bring me the light, bring me the light, bring me the light, bring me the light, bring me the
still, making our constant
up it when I'm feeling hurt. Swear I've seen it on a t-shirt. I'm in love with a fake girl.
When I'm lonely in the dark, I know you are with me, yeah. Don't you see that I need you so much? Don't you see that I love you so much? Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. When I'm lonely in the dark, I know you are with me, yeah. Don't you see that I need you so much? Don't you see that I love you so much? Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love.
Welcome to this episode of Dev Questions with Tim Corey. Join us as we tackle the questions you are asking about a career in software development, understanding the industry, and new technology. Now, here's your host, expert developer, and online educator, Tim Corey.
How do I prevent the user from decompiling my C# application? This is a question that's asked quite a bit, actually, but in this case, Lupus Rex is the one asking on YouTube. And so let's get into how do you do that? How do you prevent your code from being stolen once you publish your application? And the first thing I talk about here is desktop versus web. There's a bit of a difference here between the two. If you are creating a website, most likely you're controlling the server that runs on it. Therefore, there's no need for any kind of protection for your source code because it's all on your server. Even the code that might run on, let's say, Blazor server, where it's sending part of the code down to the client, that's not a problem because your secure and safe code is still secure and safe on the server. Now, if you have a fully client-side application with Blazor WebAssembly, then all of that C# code is going to be on the client. You really can't obfuscate that or protect that from decompiling anyway because it runs in the browser. It's essentially the same as Angular, React, or Vue applications where the entire source code is available and visible. You can do some stuff to try and make it a little harder to read, but at the end of the day, it's still available for anyone to see. But in those circumstances, you're still talking to a server side of some kind to get your data. And that's where the security comes in, the proprietary stuff can be behind your API. So even there, that's not really a problem. Where you get into more of a problem is in desktop applications or services or web applications where you're distributing the web application to a client. So let's talk about what you do in those circumstances to protect your code. And the first thing I want you to remember is that you're never going to fully protect your code. I know that sounds hard. There's always a way to decompile an application. Always. Because your computer has to execute that application. So even if you rewrote it entirely in assembly language and even try to encrypt that, it still has to be read by your machine or the user's machine. Therefore, there is still a way to decompile it. The operating system still has to read it. So we're talking about here not fully stopping the decompilation process, but limiting that process. And that's the first thing to understand is there's a difference here. So what are the problems with obfuscation? Because that's one of the possibilities is there's .fuscator and other tools that will obfuscate your code. And if you don't know what that means, essentially when we write code read by humans. So we do things like a greeting method. Well, what does that method do probably? It probably greets the user. And we have other methods like closeout application method. What do you think that does? It probably closes out the application. And so you can read through our code and understand what's going on. A obfuscator will take those methods and rename them as method A and method B. That's a little hard to understand what's going on because even inside there, there's variables. Well, instead of first name and last name, it's variable A and variable B and variable C. That's really confusing. And so that's the kind of the point of obfuscation. It's not to encrypt your code or to fully protect it. What it's there to do is make it really hard to understand. And the harder your code is to understand, the harder it is to reverse engineer. So there are tools that will help you go the opposite direction. So just note that obfuscation is possible, but it's not the full solution, at least not for fully protecting your code. So don't think if you obfuscate your code is 100% protected. The other problem with obfuscation of code is when you're trying to debug a problem. Because if your problem is in production, you have a weird problem. Your error reports, you see a stack trace, you'll see, okay, method A called method C, which called method B, which had variables A, B, C, D, and E in them. And you're like, I don't know. And depending on your obfuscator, you may get some tools to help reverse that, where you run it through a filter and that changes the stack trace back to the original calls. Those can work or they cannot, it depends. You have to manage those files as well to make sure you have the right file for the right deployment and so on. So there's things you can do there, but that does make your life a little harder, especially if you're using third-party tools to capture your error reports, which might not work as well with the reverse engineering process. So there's also the idea of some other third-party tools that seem to encrypt your code or otherwise protect your code. Here's the deal. Your code, like I said, is always going to be reverse engineered. But your goal is not to stop reverse engineering. I know it sounds weird, but your goal is to prevent easy reverse engineering. Let's think for a moment if you didn't do anything to your code. So your code gets compiled. There are decompilers out there that will help decompile DLLs back to C# code. But even if you ran those tools, they're not perfect and they're not full. And so what would happen is, I got an experiment for you. Why don't you try to take an application of some size that you built, compiled, now try and decompile it and create a new application, a new executable based upon that code. You can do it, but it's gonna take you a little more time than you'd think. And that's what we're talking about here, is how much time and effort does it take? Because let's just say you put an application out there. Let's say it's a to-do list. Very, very simple application. You create a to-do list, you're gonna sell this application. And so you create it, maybe you put, use a third-party tool like Paddle or something else where you put some kind of key on it, where you have to have a security key in order to unlock the full features and use it and make sure they have an account and they have paid for it. And then someone comes along and says, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reverse engineer that to-do list. And they take it and reverse engineer it. And they build a whole new application. They spend however many weeks it's gonna take to reverse engineer that application and rebuild it. And they do that. And they take out the piece that talks to your authentication server or your key server, so there's no more restrictions on unpaid users. But then you come out with version 1.1, where you add a new feature, where you fix a bug. They don't get that. In order to get that, they have to reverse engineer your new application and figure out all the changes and move them over to their application. And then you come out with a new version. And they have to do the same thing all over again. And so the amount of work it takes to do that really isn't worth it for most things. And that's what it really comes down to, is how much effort is worth it. I have to deal with this a lot with my courses. If you don't know, you probably do, but if you don't know, I sell courses on IamTimCorey.com. It's similar to what I do on YouTube, but it's a lot more comprehensive, and there's a lot more, a more cohesive whole to a series of videos that are all focused around a topic or a section. For example, I have the Foundation C# series. That's 40 plus hours, 145 videos or so, that takes you from knowing nothing in C# all the way through kind of a junior level developer, maybe even a mid-level, depending on how you practice. Well, I sell those courses, but someone could take those courses and sell them illegally. And people have. And you might say, well, Tim, you gotta protect that. And yeah, I do, but I have to balance that with how much I make your life miserable as the paying customer. If you legitimately pay for my course, I don't want you to have a hard time. I don't want to have you to go through hoops and all these security lockdowns, to make sure you're you, and make sure I have the DCMA or whatever, security on all my videos, so that, I don't think it's DCMA, but anyways, have all the security stuff on my videos so that, it makes it so hard for you to watch the videos you bought, just because I want to make sure that someone doesn't get it for free. Because really, those will get cracked too. And so I'll make your life miserable, and I won't really stop many people. And so what I do is I try and make it a little bit more difficult than just falling off a log in order to get my stuff. You have to do a little bit of work in order to get my courses for free. But if you're doing that point, you know what? I can't help that. I can't make you ethical. I can't stop you from stealing from me. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is hurting my business, but not a ton, because they probably wouldn't buy it anyway. But maybe some people would, and so I'm losing some money. But I don't want to hurt the people I'm trying to help. And so when you're looking at your software, don't hurt the people who are paying for your software in order to try and prevent one more person from stealing your code. Someone's going to do it. If it's of all valuable, someone's going to find a way to steal your code. It's just going to happen. But You can do certain things to prevent it. Obfuscation is not a bad thing if you really think you need it. But for me personally, I don't use obfuscation that often, even in paid products, because I think it's too many hoops to jump through. I will use licenses and license keys as long as they are simple and not obtrusive. That's a big deal for me. So I'm encouraging you're thinking about reverse engineer your application. First of all, your application probably isn't life-changing. I don't want to mean that in a derogatory manner, but if you're going to have 100 people buy your application, you don't need security on it. It's only if your application is sold to 10,000 or 100,000 people, you think about, well, maybe I should think about at least raising that barrier to making it a little harder to get my application source code. Or if your application is going to bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe think about that at that point. But at the same time, if you're getting to that point, then maybe what you should think about is having a secure API that gives part of your application information. And then even if they stole all your source code, it wouldn't matter because your business logic or your certain pieces are behind a secure API that they have to have a legitimate login to. There's things you can do, okay? So don't get overly caught up on obfuscation of code or encryption of code or licensing, all that kind of stuff. Start small, start simple, and remember who your clients are and make sure you take care of them before you try and prevent other people. Take care of your paying clients and make their lives easier rather than make their lives miserable in order to prevent one person from stealing your code. Okay? That's my thoughts. Thanks to the question, Lupus Rex. And if you'd like your question answered in this series, either use the form on the podcast page on IamTimCorey.com or leave a comment on the YouTube video. As always,
welcome to the Fox Learn.
Hi, so what?
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the monsoon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey.
I want to compare and contrast a few .NET obfuscators here. So the one I'm going to compare and contrast is Confuser X, which is free, mainly because it also has the code encryption, whereas these other free ones do not. And the commercial one, which is a Xeris .NET Reactor, which also has
bass guitar. Simmer down and mess me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Drive me around in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money.
As code encryption.
Runs deep on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. Cause you got me holding, holding. Holding.
Freedom, I never had the chance to run. Leave behind the said and done. Figure out what's to come. Reasons, all the bigger things I can't ignore. I'm not getting what I came here for. Gotta get ahead of something more. So I think I found a new way out, way beyond a shadow of doubt. 'Cause I can't breathe. And I guess I could be stronger now and leave it up to fate somehow. But I'm doing this for me.
So code encryption is a must-have feature when you're looking for .NET obfuscators, and I'll demonstrate each one of these. So I have here the code that I am obfuscating. So you'll see I have some strings and a known control flow here to encrypt and decrypt a string using these particular keys. And I have used this UI here from Confuser X, which obfuscated the code in multiple settings. So the settings that it has is normal, aggressive, and maximum. So let me show you some of the basic settings. And you'll see it has none, minimum, normal, aggressive, maximum. So I'll be demonstrating normal and maximum here, as well as the Azeres.NET Reactor, which I've selected these few features, and I've actually ran it through the obfuscator, and I've placed it in this Telerik.NET decompiler. So let me show you the original when I don't obfuscate it. It looks basically like the original code. So there's some differences in the variable names, but overall this is exactly the same code that I myself wrote here. So that's the original that is decompiled, which is what a lot of code out there you'll see distributed commercially, that you could simply decompile and read all their code like this because they don't obfuscate the code. And I ran it through here. This is the normal version of Confuser X, which is the free version here. And if I go to that same class, you'll see the strings are non-existent. And you'll see even the control flow itself is non-existent. And if I go to the maximum using Confuser FX or EX, Confuser EX, you see it can't even read the DLL. So this is maximum, which is anti-decompilation or anti-IL disassembly, anti-ILDASM. And this is from a Series.NET reactor. And this code also looks nothing like the original. So you could see here that you know, the products themselves work in similar ways. Now the advantage of the .NET reactor is it also has certain features of expiring DLLs and creating license files, something that the free Confuser X version doesn't have. But overall, the purpose that I was looking for was all of these things: tamper defense, anti-decompiler, string encryption, control flow obfuscation, method call redirection, and compression, code encryption, especially code encryption. So Confuser FX has many of these features, as does the A series, and at reasonable prices. So it is worth trying Confuser X, especially when it's free, and I would actually recommend this as overall as the best value, and actually does the job in basically what you're trying to do, because as
This is what you want, if you wanna go. I left it go and let it breathe, but I'll be waiting here, you see. I don't know if everything will be alright. Sometimes you gotta let go, 'cause I gotta let you go.
Writers, write what they know. Liars, write what they wanna show. Singers, sing what they told. But I know you got something else to say. Secret language, speaking in tongues. Snake like tongue tight, you on the run. Tribal dancing, I don't know what you are, you are, you are, you are. Summer solding over my heart. We're both dancing over the dark side. I don't know who you are, you are, you are.
So today we're going to be looking at a VBA document. This was sent to us by a reader who says they're also into malware analysis and wanted a little bit of help on it. So if we inspect our document, we can see in a hex editor that the header has PK in it. That means that this file is a zip, and in Microsoft Word document format, that just means it's a newer type of document. So we can go ahead and open up Office Mouse Scanner and scan this document. Since it is a PK or a zip file, we need to inflate it first. So we inflate it with Office Mouse Scanner, which finds that there is in fact a VBA project binary within it. So we can go to the folder that Office Mouse Scanner outputs it to, and then go ahead and throw that VBA project back into Office Mouse Scanner, and it will go ahead and extract the human readable version of the VBA script so that we can inspect what's inside of it. We do this just to see what's in there before opening up the document, just so we're not surprised or it has something crazy in there, and we can get a feel of what this document is going to do. So we can go ahead and open this up in just a text editor, preferably something like Notepad++. And we can see that there's a whole bunch of spacing in here, spaced out all over the place, probably intentionally just to be annoying. So what we can do is there's a bunch of blank operations stuff that you can do in Notepad++. You can get rid of leading spaces and trailing spaces and blank lines and replace characters and things like that. So you can do a whole bunch of text manipulation, and that's what we do here. We don't want to do that one. We want to back up and do the replace lines, specifically like repeated lines or blank lines, things like that. Again, there are a ton of options for things that you can do in here, and you pretty much just play around with the text until you get to a place that you like. And here looks pretty good, so we'll go ahead and just get rid of all the attribute stuff at the top. That's just nonsense, we don't need it. And then go ahead and change the language to Visual Basic, and that's looking a lot better. So we can go down through the code here and just kind of parse out the sub functions. Just make it a little easier for us to read. Again, you don't have to do any of this for it to run. The code will run just fine, but just so we can take a look at it, this helps a little bit. And from looking at the code, we can see that it's trying to extract two variables from the document. So since it's trying to extract those variables from the document, we actually need to go ahead and open it up instead of just running the VBA by itself to deobfuscate something that it maybe had hard-coded. This is actually going to inspect the active document for those two variables and pull out the strings that were in them, and then probably decode them in some kind of way. So we go into the Visual Basic developer. If you notice there, I just enabled the macros and let the malware run. Don't worry about it. What we want to do is copy the VBA that we kind of prettied up a little bit and replace the VBA that they have. And then we want to find the document open subfunction. That's the function that will open as soon as the document is opened, as long as you enable macros and VBA. So we'll place a breakpoint within that document open and go ahead and hit go, and it pauses right there on our breakpoint. And what we do down the bottom here in the bottom pane is that we open up the me part of the locals, and what we're looking for is the variables, because the variable that they're pulling out is from the active document go, and then the process command that we can pick up this code a little bit more for the function, and we can echo out that variable. Whoops, I guess all the semicolons with. It's just no trick. This is what you'll get. Hello, Visual Studio is an IDE, coding tool that you can use on Windows. Very popular. If we just open it up and we have an example Hello World, just C# program. If you create a new C# project, this is what you'll get. Just has a single class in there with a main that says, prints out Hello World, and that's all we need. And we're just going to paste all of that C# stuff that we extracted below all of that stuff. And then any of the using statements that it has, we're going to paste those at the very top. And those are basically just includes or imports that you find in other languages. It's just importing libraries and things for the script to use. And from the PowerShell script before, the thing at the very bottom, the YBA 2983 ::C193B with the parentheses at the end, that was calling into a about an AMSI, and AMSI will inspect it. But on ours we can now event, but mount the dashboarding, put a text, and we then an actual mimic that power class and the function end, and we launch it up here, and then it should hit our breakpoint, and there it is. So we launched it up. We're in the first function of the class now, just like PowerShell would have hit, and we also placed a breakpoint down in this other function, which is a deobfuscation. And we see that the first thing it deobfuscated was a string called amsi.dll. AMSI is an anti-malware DLL that came with later versions of Windows. And what it does is any script that executes on your system, it'll throw all of the output through AMSI, and AMSI will inspect it. If AMSI finds anything bad in that, it won't allow the script to execute. So what this is doing is looking for AMSI on the system. AMSI on this particular system doesn't exist because it's Windows 7. On Windows 10 and later patches and things, AMSI does exist, and it specifically exists in Windows Defender. So if we want to inspect what this function would have done if it found AMSI, we can just comment out that first check, because on our system it didn't find it, so it was comparing 0 to 0, and both of them were null, so it never actually went in there. But on ours we can change that to true and start stepping through it. We see the next thing it deobfuscates is AMSI scan buffer. AMSI scan buffer is the API within AMSI that receives the outputted text from scripts and inspects it. So with this, we see at the top that it's importing specific DLLs and specific entry points in them. So the gist of this whole thing is it tries to load the AMSI library. If it succeeds, then it tries to get the proc address for AMSI scan buffer. If it finds AMSI scan buffer, then it will unprotect that memory and then patch the bytes that are in there to go ahead and effectively bypass the AMSI scanning. And that's the AMSI scan bypass. If AMSI is not found, it creates a controlled environment and monitor the network and got an indicator of compromise.
Application security is always an important topic in day-to-day development, but it doesn't always get the attention it deserves. There are many reasons you should be concerned with security. Over the years, the value of data to corporations and hackers alike has increased significantly. Corporations of all sizes have much at risk, including customer credit card numbers, social security numbers, and patient information. However, hackers aren't always trying to steal information. Hackers of religious and political organizations often attempt to deface a site in the hopes of giving an organization negative publicity. Other times the intent is to cripple the site and take it offline, or completely take over the server and use it to attack other servers. Regardless of the scenario, application security is a necessity for every organization. The rich Microsoft Intermediate Language, MSIL, of the .NET framework is focused on application flexibility and inherently provides significant information about how an application was written. Obfuscation technology helps to secure the intellectual property contained in .NET framework applications. Obfuscation tools rename symbols and rearrange code blocks to complicate decompiling. They also might encrypt strings that contain sensitive data. These tools also determine exactly which parts of your program you're really using, down to the method level. From there, the tools can parse out unneeded pieces, leaving you with the smallest possible executable. By removing unnecessary program elements and renaming identifiers to shorter names, an obfuscator can actually speed up programs. And when combined with obfuscation and pruning, assembly linking provides a powerful packaging solution for .NET framework applications. For the sample app, I'll create a desktop application for calculating personal income tax. This is not a production app, but a simplified version of popular tax software programs. When a user specifies the annual income and clicks calculate taxes, the application will produce an estimate of taxes owed, depending on the income level. If the user were to experience an error, a user-friendly message would appear. If this application is left unprotected, a hacker could potentially penetrate the server and alter the app. Once altered, unsuspecting users could use it and suffer from the malicious changes. The purpose of the demonstration is to show how an application can be hijacked by a hacker, altered for malicious use, and then back in to be used by an unsuspecting user. Also change the 888-111-2130 number to 777-111-2131. After making these changes, save and exit Notepad. Save it with the file name myfile.il.
Change your mind, and I know it's me that followed you in blind. I could say that you didn't need, but you wanted me.
The .Fuscator Software Services Community Edition, CE, comes free with every version of Visual Studio.net. .Fuscator is also available in a professional edition, allowing encryption of hard-coded strings and other features. Obfuscation changes the structure of the assembly. If the assembly is signed, it needs to be re-signed after obfuscation. Another method of protecting an assembly is by using .Fuscator Software Services. This is a tool that encrypts, or obfuscates, the assembly. It replaces meaningful method and field names with generic ones. The intention of obfuscating the code is to make it more difficult for a hacker to reverse engineer the assembly. Thank you for watching this video.
Hi, so this is a demo on how to use
Cause I can't see you anywhere. Cause I don't wanna know, I swear I should go, no, I don't wanna let you down. You just wanna know how far I will go, cause you know I won't stay around. So let me know where to go. So let me know where to go. I wanna find you. Without everything that brought me alive. Going around like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my hands without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the run. We know that will come. We're out up till dawn, but how can I hide it without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my insides. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Going around like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my hands without an alibi.
All the choices you made, did you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? All the choices you made, did you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? Again, 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 again. Did you make them choices you made, did you make them again?
All the choices you made, did you make them again?
Did you make them again?
she made? Did she make them again?
I'm trying to pick myself up. I may be living alone, but I still believe in love. And although my flaws had dragged me down on the coldest night, I'm still kicking around. Then I saw you back before my time was shortened. No, throughout my life you've called me a renegade. Throughout my loves you said we could start again, but I'm a renegade of your love. But I'm a renegade of your love. Renegade of your love. I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their
As far as assembly, the assembly is concerned.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
deine fertige Unity.
Answer a well-asked field. What we can do this, go to looks, so you can the project button click now show. They're going to do an OP, it will do all these windows here, drag it in to this program. Once you've done that, you want to highlight it here for what you want to do. Public name shouldn't be, so don't do that. Do the strings, the public names, the fields. You can exclude things, do properties, but that says it shouldn't be. Just a free few times. You can tick that. Once you've done that, you can hello. What other things? You just go more advanced in the setting.
Anwendung von verschiedenen Store gibst du kostenlos, du kannst aber auch verschiedene direkt auf Bild und Methode Private in Ordner eingelesen. Bitte das hier Werte. Wenn ich auch schon jetzt das Projekt noch einmal exportieren. Ich speichere das jetzt nicht in Export, sondern in Export. Ganze jetzt aus in verschleierte Version. Das heißt, das bedeutet und dadurch das Spielgeschehen.
Wishing that I could run away with you. Imprisoned by fear, just pull me away, pull me away. Secret fantasies of me. Will they ever see the light of day, light of day? I don't know where you are, but I will find you. I will find you. Prison by fear, just pull me away, pull me away. Secret fantasies of me. Will they ever see the light of day, light of day?
Warriors around, don't get caught in the mosh pit. Fuel to the fire, ain't nobody can stop it. Trouble in my city, but you know I'm across it. Got a 40 on my hip and I'm liable to spark it. Throw down these hits, my click is indivisible. I aim, you duck, I squeeze, now you invisible. I'm not afraid of getting physical. All these different chemicals are fogging up my visuals. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we some warriors, they ain't called gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Put on my strap, put on the beam, put on the map, put on my team. Take out every motherfucker in between, know what I mean? Better myself, better my aim, better my rap, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang, I'm by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, now I'm in front of this. I ran in the jungle with the truth, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I ain't never lose, we some motherfucking warriors. Cover the map and still ain't know where you can find me at. Journey through the mind of an insomniac. I ain't never sleep.
Hello
Staying ready,
friends,
keep an
thank
eye
you
out for the fakes, for the snakes. Load a clip and I'ma pull it, something shakes. Never go to battle if you plan to lose. Life a game of chess, you gotta plan the moves. Middle fingers up, I'm not a fan of rules. Fighting for the right to live in peace and not like animals.
Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. You'll be notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. You'll be some warriors, they ain't no gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners.
Put on my strap, put on the beam, put on the map, put on my team. Take out every motherfucker in between, know what I mean? Better myself, better my aim, better my rap, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang, I'm by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, now I'm in front of this. I ran in the jungle with the truth, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I ain't never lose, we some motherfucking warriors.
came and tucked your way into my heart. Oh, you look at me in ways I never loved. With you I know that this is all, so I don't need to take it slow. If you want me, then I believe that there's a simple remedy. We don't need no miracle, I think we've seen it all, just make the call. I'll come running over. We don't need no miracle, it's unconditional, just make the call, and I'll be yours. I'll come running over. We don't need no miracle, it's unconditional, just make the call, and I'll be yours. Oh, you open up a world behind the stars. Oh, you make me see the things I never saw. With you I know that this is all, so we don't need to take it slow. If you want me, then I believe that there's a simple remedy. We don't need no miracle, I think we've seen it all, just make the call. I'll come running over. We don't need no miracle, it's unconditional, just make the call, and I'll be yours. I'll come running over. We don't need no miracle, it's unconditional, just make the call, and I'll be yours.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation.
Thank you very much for joining us with these are my social coordinates. I think that .NET blog is my passion for .NET, and you can also see the Facebook page for that. See you
control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. I know it's been a while. I know you're thinking the same, but I've been feeling